Welcome to Konoha Crush, a clandestine effort to exhaustively research and document events occurring in and around the village hidden in the leaves. I'm Vel.
I'm Lily. Hi.
Hi! Oh my god, hi, welcome. Welcome to the podcast, Lily. I think this is your first time here.
Hi. Yeah, I think this is the first time I've recorded the podcast while I'm in front. So, hi. Hi
Hi.
everybody.
Hi, Lily's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to the podcast this week. I mean, we're here mostly to talk about Naruto, but did you get up to anything this week that you want to talk about?
Did I get up to anything this week? Oh god. Oh no.
Because I can tell you right now, I didn't. I don't have shit to talk about. I don't.
Yeah, I kind of just didn't.
Yeah, it was kind
But,
of a not doing a lot sort of week, really.
mm-hmm.
But I did watch 3 episodes of Naruto.
Yeah, watched 3 episodes of Naruto.
I watched about 7 episodes of Bofuri for our other show.
I watched some Bofuri also.
Yeah, it doesn't go here though.
No.
This isn't the place for that.
Yeah, hey. Check out our Patreon if you want to hear us talk about Bofuri later.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know. Do we just want to get right into Naruto then? Do we just want to fucking slam this shit
yeah,
out?
yeah, let's fucking just slam this shit out.
Let's speed run this. Let's make this the shortest episode of Konoha Crush ever.
Okay. Episode 142, 3
Okay. Let's not do that bit.
Okay. Episode 142, 3 villains from the maximum security prison. Naruto's hyped to get some training done, and Sakura blasts a dead fish with healing spells. We catch up on how all the other kids are doing, mostly training or recovering. Also, the Sand siblings were in town for some reason. You know how it is. Jiraiya has to duck out on Naruto's training for an important mission, so he tosses Naruto a scroll and tells him it has important training info on it. But it's super secret, so Naruto has to read it in private. Jiraiya slips off while Naruto goes to read the scroll. It says willpower, and Tsunade gets a report about the special ninja jail.
Okay, yeah. So I feel like I don't know about most, but at least half of this first part of the episode is just hey, we get a bunch of little scenes with all the other guys from Naruto that you know and you love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're variably substantial, you know. Sometimes it's yeah, you see these guys for a bit and then you move on, right? Sometimes sometimes there's some pretty cute stuff in there, right? I really like the bit with Kiba and Shino, where
Yeah, where they're just kind of talking about the mission, and Keep was like, "Wait, you're only talking about this because you're mad you didn't go, right?"
he's like, no, no, it's important for teamwork to know about the cool mission you went on that I didn't get to go on. You have to tell me all about it. He's like, I don't want to talk about it. It was just it was a whole fucking hassle. He's like, no, you have to tell me about it, please. It's just cute. It's cute. It's a cute bit.
Cute.
There's we get a brief check in on Neji and Hinata's dad, and Hinata just sort of stands on looking sadly at them. Still being ignored by her dad probably, but maybe it's allegedly vaguely better in some way. We get a scene where I guess Choji's out of the hospital again, and he's eating, but it doesn't seem like it's a celebratory dinner for him getting out of the hospital. It seems like he just went out to eat, and fucking Asuma and Ino showed up to get mad at him for eating. Bad vibes. They have to cut this shit out.
Yeah.
We see Lee and Tenten and Guy training in the woods, and Lee's the only guy who's still going after everybody else is tired out. That's not really what I want to talk about though. What I want to touch on briefly is how fucked up Lee looks in this scene.
Yeah.
Just gonna get a quick image that I'm gonna try and remember to post beneath the episode, because what is going on with him here? Why did they draw him like this? He's fucking ripped. He's huge.
He's fucking jacked.
His tits are crazy.
His tits are out of control. Oh my god.
His arms are huge. He's doubled in size since we last saw him, and he's back to normal the next cut, but it's really jarring.
His eyes look so funny here too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God,
Right? They're just kind of
they're like
not.
absorbing all of the light from around, from like the whites of his eyes. He's we see the sound siblings, so I guess like haven't left yet, right? Naruto
Mhm.
went off on his adventure and everything and came back, and the siblings hadn't headed out yet. I do love
Yeah,
the implication of them like helping out at the fucking ninja academy for a bit, because what the fuck is Gara doing? Like trying to teach, like what does he do in that situation? I need to know.
Gara's there to be like a teacher's aide. Who just kind of sits in the back of the class and like will sometimes be like, made to feel useful by being like, Gara, can you go fetch these papers?
My God, and he will. He'll be very,
Yeah,
he'll be
yeah,
very.
yeah. He'll go fetch the papers from the copy machine for sure, for sure. He'll clean the chalkboard after class. After absolutely.
Yeah. That's generally it's like pretty nice to see everybody. It's like a nice collection of scenes for the most part.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
in the midst of all of this, like Naruto is like getting ready to like go out for the thing he said he'd do like 7 episodes and that he won't do for quite some time. He's getting ready. He hears like a loud noise and like his apartment shakes. Um, and he like goes out to check, like see Dry there, who like has not like he hasn't like summoned like a big toad or anything. He just like he just showed up as loudly as he possibly could. It seems like
Yeah.
everybody gets fucking pissed off if you live somewhere where Dry keeps showing up because he keeps doing this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like they kind of shot themselves in the foot by like so directly stating the intent for Naruto to go trade with Jiraiya for a while after the fight, because they just keep needing to like walk it back, in ways that just feel like kind of weird and strange, right? In ways that like I feel like Jiraiya never really comes out looking like super good.
Yeah.
For right, it's like kind of funny when like Naruto like unfurls the whole entire scroll and it just has like one word on it at the very end. Um,
Hmm.
but like it's just like I don't know. Like he could be a little nicer to the kid. He could be like a little.
For real, for real.
You get the scene with him and Naruto, like when Naruto's like in the hospital after the Sasuke fight, and like it's this moment of like Dry being like like trying to like both like manage Naruto's expectations of like how much he can like put into this whole like Sasuke thing, but also like being willing to like try and support him as like a maybe somebody who can like make things go better than they did with him and Orochimaru, and then like he immediately from that goes to just like fucking around for like however long this is going to be. I don't know if he's going to like show back up before he like leaves with Naruto again at the end of this like part of the show, but like he's I don't know, right? Like it definitely undercuts like Jiraiya's like presence here, which is
Yeah, it's not a very strong showing.
but that's not important. That's not what this arc is about, we have to pay like a little bit of like lip service to the idea of like what like why this status quo exists. And then
Mhm.
we get to like the real plot setup where Tsunade like starts to talk about the special ninja jail. Um,
The special ninja gel, which I feel needs to be addressed because like the show never actually does, but it's like in the middle of a lake of lava.
yeah, it's in like a fucking volcano for some, like it's like an evil facility to build. Like
Right?
it's just
And they don't play in that space at all.
no. I mean, like I feel like I mean, this is something we'll talk about like a little bit later, but I feel like they're very like consistently like making some degree of like justification for its existence just by the fact that it's there, right? Like, but it's like it's so. I just don't think there's any way to make it look good when you keep a bunch of guys in like a fucking lava lake.
Right, yeah.
Like either you're there on purpose because you're a sicko, or other people are there because you're a sicko. But they do
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about how they gave it a nicer name than it used to have. There's been less like major crime, like no major incidents in the last couple of years, so it's fine. It used to be the fucking prison the prison specializing in capital offenses ninja. Now it's just the Leaf Maximum Security Facility to to reflect the growing peacefulness of the leaf, I guess. I don't know who this like move like satisfies. Like I had this guilt back in the past to like not directly talk about how the fact that they're like surrounding all these guys with lava. I don't really know.
I want to know where the fuck this is.
Right? Yeah, that's a good question. It doesn't seem like it's far away.
It's like, yeah, it's like not far away, but also every like establishing shot you see of it, it's like on Mars.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, I it's so weird.
Yeah, right. Like, you know, getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but like, people break out of the prison,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're just like instantly in the woods around the fucking Hidden Leaf Village, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like, where is the fucking secret volcano? In the like,
Where are you hiding this volcano?
oh god, do you have more to say about the ninja jail right here, or do you want to like move on?
No, let's just move on.
Okay, okay.
We meet hungry boy criminals, Fujin and Raijin. They break out of their cell and shake down a guard for extra food before catching a whiff of something tasty elsewhere in the prison and running off. Tsunade finds a potion recipe in a stack of paperwork and calls for any available jonin. The tummy boys are chowing down in some other guy's cell. The new guy promises them even more food if they help him break out and go to Orochimaru. Tsunade tells Kurenai and Asuma that Mizuki, the guy from the first episode of Naruto, might actually have ties to Orochimaru somehow, since he had a potion recipe in Orochimaru's handwriting on him when he was arrested. She sends Asuma and Kurenai to go interrogate him at the prison. Naruto overhears and follows along. When the Jonin get there, the prisoners have control of the prison. When Naruto gets there, Asuma and Kurenai are on the ground, all beat up.
Okay, yeah. So we get a bunch of scenes like in the ninja jail, like here at the end of like there's a little bit at the end of the previous half of the episode, but we kind of shouted it off to here to talk about it, right? We meet our villains for this arc. You know, we see Mizuki again. He's huge now.
Fucking Mizuki is so ripped.
Yeah. We see Fujin and Raijin, who are not.
They're
very
not great.
Interesting. No, they're no good. They're no good, right? Like they're like comedy dumb guy villains and comedy like fat guy villains who love food, and they don't really seem to have anything else going on at all.
No. The older brother does kind of call the younger brother faggy at one point, but that's
wait,
fine.
okay, hold on. What do you mean by this?
In the subs that I have, in the subs that I have, when the younger brother is like being a lizard on the ground, the older brother is just like, ha ha ha, since I've known you, you've always been a dandy.
Okay, yeah, I guess I didn't really like that is like in my subs too. I guess I didn't really like read it that way. But, because like doing like a bit where you crawl on the ground and say you're a lizard isn't like, I don't know. I mean, it's not really, I guess, my experience of like of queer culture, but you know, there's all kinds of different things in this world.
No. Like I understand. I just think it's a funny choice of words there.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, they're just kind of generally unbothered about being in jail.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when they were arrested, they just said like, "Hey, live in this room and we'll feed you," and they were like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, and that's like basically all there is to them, except then Mizuki is like, hey, I'll give you food, and then you can break out of jail with me, and you can like bend all of the bars with your like super strength or whatever. And it's like, that's about. I mean, like maybe in the next 3 episodes we'll get like a real surprising level of humanity to these guys, but like,
I don't think we will.
I don't think we will, right? And it's the fact that they're just like.
Like, I am giving them more character by calling them the Tummy Boys.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like the way the jail is depicted is like, I mean, obviously, I don't know, like I'm a person for whom it's like a hard sell to be like, yeah, it's important, like it's a good idea to have a prison, right? Like you're not really gonna sell me on that one, generally speaking, but
yeah,
like I don't know, like the way they depict it here is like so weird because like the only like characters who are there are like the tummy boys who are like fundamentally unbothered by it and think it's fine. And then like Mizuki, who is like throughout these episodes generally depicted as like too much of a sicko to have any like perspective worth considering.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no real room for like consideration about like what the state of this like evil volcano prison is.
Right. Also, like, in what world does the leaf not just fucking kill its dissidents, right? Like,
right, like, right, like the only, like Mizuki is only not already dead in the anime because they could do this arc.
Right, the threat of the Anbu was always like, yeah, they will track you down and kill your ass.
Yeah, no,
Not,
absolutely.
they will track you down and you will have to go live in the volcano prison.
But like, maybe it will be nice. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, we got back to Tsunade, and like I feel like a kind of an awkward thing with the structure of this arc is that like Tsunade keeps like looking through like papers and stuff and like discovering the plot of this arc, despite having no like extremely concurrently with it happening, despite there being like no real. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's no real like impetus to like tie these things together. It's just that Tsunade is here. Like Tsunade in this arc is the woman who sits in a room and like exposits what the situation is.
Mm-hmm. Which is not a great place for Tsunade to be.
No, not really like taking advantage of anything that's interesting or fun about her character, which isn't like a new problem, but like I guess is like a new shape of an old problem at least in a kind of disheartening way. But she's like, yeah, hey, so it turns out that Mizuki like sucked entirely too bad to like do anything with the scroll he was trying to steal. So he must have been working for somebody, and probably Orochimaru.
Yeah. Fucking Mizuki sucked too bad to learn anything from the scroll where Naruto learned a jutsu from.
Like in an afternoon, right? Like,
yeah,
like not like a compelling like start to like what's the deal with the antagonist here. It's like, oh yeah, he sucked too bad to have like a plan to betray the leaf on his own for any reason, right? Like he was actually completely a fucking loser.
Right, like, there should have just not been the Orochimaru connection, right?
Like, right, okay, like, the thing about the Orochimaru... I feel like the Orochimaru connection is, like, so unnecessary for, like, I mean, like, the reason it's there is, like, presumably so Naruto has the motivation to, like, go out and, like, stop him because he wants to learn more about Orochimaru and Sasuke, but he would already have that because this is the guy who tried to kill him and his dad in the first episode of the show, right? Like...
Yeah.
Like they could just circle back around to that and it wouldn't have to be a big deal. But like, and instead there's all the Orochimaru connection. That, like, I mean, it never feels super substantial like in this episode, right? Like they talk a little bit about how like, oh yeah, his like the break in, like in these episodes talk about like, oh yeah, his breakout plan must have been like orchestrated with some outside help, but like it doesn't.
His breakout plan was to go up to the strongest guy in the prison and go like, hey, break me out. And they were like, okay.
Yeah. No, I don't really, like, I mean, I guess I'm curious to see, like, how that will, like, shape the second half of this, but it's not, like, very compelling this time around.
No.
Yeah, like Asmikar and I go off on their mission to like go interrogate Mizuki in the prison, and they find out that like everybody's broken out of their cells, and it's like the classic like cartoon prison break. It's like the self-justifying thing for the own prison because like, oh yeah, the instant these guys get out of their cell, they like all work together to beat up like 4 guys we recognize.
Yeah,
and then leave.
Yeah,
it's just kind of hard to take seriously. I don't know. I don't like. I mean, I guess like. Like, I guess if there was any prison in which everybody was going to be like, yeah, we want to, like, all break out, as if it was, like, a collection of, like, superpowered enemies of the state. But, like...
Yeah. I'm just starting to think you shouldn't keep superpowered enemies of the state in the same prison.
It just seems inefficient if you're going to be the whole, like, evil, like, order-keeping organization here. You know, it's just... You don't need the prison. Just get rid of these guys.
Yeah, just fucking ice them like we assumed you did in the first place.
Yeah, yeah. No, I wasn't even like fully like processed just like how weird the construction of the prison as like a plot element in these episodes even was until he got to recording these episodes. But it's like, goddamn, it's like this arc is starting off a little bit of a mess, you know, and we'll I mean, not to like spoil our discussion for the rest of the episode too much, but I don't think it's gonna course correct too much.
No,
Um,
these episodes are a disaster.
yeah, yeah, but hey, you know what isn't a disaster? Okay, I was gonna say the new ending.
Oh, the new ending. Yeah, the new
Yeah,
ending is really good, actually.
yeah, the new ending is like really, really, really cute. And this is the new ending is directed and storyboarded by Toshi Kisuru and like entirely solo animated by Hirofumi Suzuki. It's like this kind of like really cute like scribbly style, like, you know, Naruto's just kind of like lazing around in his room, and then like, you know, the chorus kicks in as like it starts talking about how like, yeah, I've got to like stop just like, you know, being still in this world, I'm gonna like burst out and like beat up all the assholes and make everything better. And you know, it's just this like, it's just like really charmingly animated. There's like there's really like there's like so much like animation of like Naruto just like running through like these environments, like whether it's the city or like the like a forest river. Like you have like kind of these like you know, like in keeping with a lot of like Toshi Kisuru's work, you have like some kind of like heavily filtered like CG backgrounds that are like kind of like a fun experiment. But also like the really impressive thing, like how much like animation there is of Naruto running that is just like never resolves into like a clean loop. It is just like, it is just like constantly like expressive in new ways for like 45 seconds straight.
Yeah,
Um,
it's really good.
it's like really good. It's really cute. It's like really, it's really fun stuff. It's a delight. But yeah, sorry. Do you have more to say that about this before this episode before I cut you off?
No, let's just press on.
Okay, okay.
Episode 143. Tonton, I'm counting on you. The medical corps shows up to heal the injured Jonin and prison guards. Shizune chases after Mizuki, but runs into Fujin and Raijin. Oh wait, cool. Mizuki's here too. Back in the leaf, Tsunade looks over Orochimaru's file when a medical guy shows up to let her know that Asuma and Kurenai are fine. Tsunade goes to apologize to them when Naruto bursts into the room, demanding to know exactly what's going on. Tsunade scolds him about how in over his head he is with Orochimaru and Sasuke when Tonton shows up to tell them that Shizune's in trouble, so Naruto runs off with her to help. Mizuki and the Tummy Boys crash at his ex-fiance's place. She begs him not to go to Orochimaru, but he goes sicko mode when he realizes people think Naruto's pretty cool now, and knocks her out.
Okay. So I guess the first thing I have to ask,
Mm-hmm.
why is Tauntaun name dropped in this episode's title?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, she's in the episode, sure.
She's in the episode, right? Like I guess she plays like a slightly key role.
Not that key.
No, she like basically like leaves the episode without anybody commenting on it and just like goes back to the leaf. I, I was like, you know, I mean, the first episode didn't leave me with a ton to look forward to, so I was like, well, maybe this will be like, maybe we'll get like Toad lore or something in here, but no.
No,
I mean,
she's just kind of there.
she's just kind of there. She's just kind of there. It's just like a little mystery to me. It's just like a little mystery to me. Maybe it's hard to be the guy who names these, you know.
I mean, not to get ahead of ourselves, but the name of the next episode's weird too, right?
Right? No, yeah. Like the first episode was like, oh yeah, the three villains from the maximum security prison. Yeah, that makes sense. You see them, and then they break out of the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting into the episode proper. Shizune, things are going badly for her. She has sort of been stuck reprising her role from the like Sasuke pursuit mission of like getting beat up by a bunch of guys who will later be defeated by like some 12-year-olds probably.
Mm-hmm.
Not thrilling. Not thrilled about that for her. But like, I gotta say, I don't think any of these people are like really hitting on the level of the sound for. All right, you know, I just
No, these guys are chumps.
These guys suck. These guys
This
suck.
is fucking Mizuki and the Tomy Boys.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It's like,
These are the guys that the Leaf thought were like safe enough to let live in the prison.
yeah, goddamn, goddamn. Right, like she gets like fucking chumped out by them, and like Tauntaun like runs back to like warn Tsunade, and I mean, Shizune doesn't like show up again in these episodes. I wonder if they'll like circle back around to acknowledging her again, because like
No, she just walks herself home.
yeah, like we don't see it. That's just all we've got. And back in the Leaf, Tsunade is looking at Orochimaru's giant ninja info card.
Uh-huh.
Which is very funny to me, right? Like, I just sense of like, if this is like the file that they have on Orochimaru, if this is like the information she's perusing, it's not really compelling, right?
No.
They've been doing bad at their Orochimaru information gathering, because it's just the classic ninja info card format, where you got a picture of Orochimaru, you've got like, here's the
a picture of Orochimaru in his like Leaf Jonin attire.
right, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, he was on a team with fucking Tsunade and Jiraiya and the third Hokage, and he's got a sword, and we don't know what his abilities are. Like the fucking like the ability like Pentagon is just like there's a big question mark there. And like I guess there's like a list of like his mission record for when he was at the Leaf or whatever, but like
Yeah.
I feel like they've carried forward the ninja info card format too far, to the point where it's like it's just very silly to see somebody like seriously looking over that at their like important president desk.
Yeah, no, this is like this is like a the ninja info card format isn't like for serious documents. It's like a boy's special little card he made.
Yeah. So now I guess the message that Kurai and Asuma are okay. She goes to go visit them in the hospital. They talk more about how, like, oh, maybe there was like some plan. There must have been something greater at work here to like the breakout, which again, not convincing to me. But also there's like a really funny line where Asuma's like, damn, Mizuki must have used the time when everybody was leaving the prison to leave the prison.
You don't fucking say.
It's unbelievable. Why even comment on it?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Naruto is like continuing to try and like stick his nose into this, like still primarily motivated by Orochimaru, because I get he's probably forgotten about Mizuki or whatever. I guess I don't blame him. So not trying to tell him stop, and then like Tone like runs in, is like swayed by Naruto's hot-blooded spirit, to like go and like lead him to Shizune. But like not even all the way there. Right?
No, right? Because, again, getting ahead of ourselves here. Like, they don't even make it all the way. Like, fucking Tonton tags out for Pakun, like, halfway to Shizune.
Right, and, like, Pakun has to be, like, pursuing them to, like, catch up to them, right?
Yeah.
We're not gonna get ahead of ourselves, but, like, I don't know, these episodes are a fucking, like, mess structurally, right? Like, it's just,
yeah,
it's hard to avoid it, right? I don't know. God. Anyway, Naruto runs off. Like, immediately afterwards, Kakashi shows up. Kakashi is just carrying two guys from the prison under, like, each arm, and just drops them on the ground in the middle of the village.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, I found these.
Is the volcano close enough that you could just, like, leave them there, and somebody's gonna pick them up? Like, what's the play here? What's happening?
What's happening? Well, I mean, Kakashi's not stupid. Those are corpses.
Why do you bring it back then?
Well, you don't want them to be like unaccounted for.
I guess so.
You'll waste resources looking for them.
He's just dropping fucking corpses on the ground in front of the hospital and then fucking off again.
You guys need organs?
Like, there's no like he just like walks until he like sees somebody important and leaves guys there. I don't know why it happens. It drives me crazy.
if I had a body and I didn't know what to do with it, and like I would just bring it with me until I saw someone who I thought would know
You see
what
your
to do with
boss, and you're like, "Hey, you can figure this out, right?" I'm like, I'm just on guy finding duty.
it. Well, I mean, not even, right? Because he was coming home from a different mission. He just ran across the prisoners on the way home.
Right. God damn it.
Like he literally just shows up like, hey, found these. What's going on?
Hey, you need these back? Did you know these on purpose or not? Like, I figured I shouldn't take my chances. He just leaves them there.
God, okay, we gotta talk about Mizuki's fiance.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He goes to meet like a normal girl that he used to know. That used to be, engaged to. And it's Tsubaki. And like she's like, she's worried that he's here, but she's also like kind of worried about him. And he's like, "Don't worry, it's fine. It's impossible for me to be defeated as long as I don't run into that kid I hate."
No, I mean, not even that kid I hate. That dumb idiot kid who everybody hates. And then she's like, "Oh, Naruto, he's cool now." And he's like, "What?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Why? Why?"
But I'm just imagining this guy gets fucking, like, again, he gets sent to prison after being like beat up by a child in the forest, and then he spends the next like several months fucking training nonstop, getting fucking huge. He's like, "I'm strong enough to defeat anybody now, except for the child who put me in prison. He's the only person I need to worry about." It's just become like a complete sicko about Naruto, like to a degree previously not thought possible.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love this guy.
Yeah. So it's like fucking. Was he like a fucking like frayed sleeves, open vest guy before he like he like broke out of jail? Like was his fiance just like holding onto his like fucking like sick tits out cool guy vests? Or
no.
Or is he like destroying them in the process of like going back here?
No, he's like wearing his old clothes, but he's jacked now, so like this is the only way they fit.
Okay, I see.
All right, fucking. The like ominous wait where he just like is in this woman's house and he's just like, "Haha, this cup's kind of shitty. Time to get a new one, huh?" And she's just like, yeah, yeah."
God, this fucking. Like I don't know what level I'm expected to buy into the like drama here. Like, am I supposed to be sad about like this like normal relationship he could have had that was like perverted by like Orochimaru's influence, or like am I just supposed to be like, because she seems like she's like kind of sad. I'm like, she wishes he could just be normal again, right?
Yeah.
But like I don't fucking care about that.
No,
it's fucking Mizuki. He was in the first episode, then he died, except he was alive, and now here's this girl we've never seen before, and she's like kind of sad about him, but like I don't care. Like, there's no groundwork for me to like really care about her, and there's certainly no groundwork for me to care about him. Like, I just think he's really funny in these episodes, but not in the way I'm supposed to.
Yeah. You ready to move on?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Kakashi summons Pakun to help Haruka, and Tsunade sends them out to meet up with Naruto and Tonton in the woods. Mizuki sees Naruto and has to fight him. Naruto's group catches up to Shizune, and then gets ambushed by the Tummy Boys, only it turns out that Shizune was Mizuki. Naruto's surprised by Mizuki's buff prison bod. Mizuki and Haruka fight, while Naruto takes on Fujin and Raijin. He summons a bunch of clones, but it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, so Kakashi is like getting a new mission from like Tsunade, like some S-rank mission somewhere else. It seems unrelated to the prison break thing. I guess maybe they're not that concerned broadly outside of like Mizuki and the Tummy Boys, which is like.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out that Haruka enters the scene carrying bodies.
Yeah. Yeah, he sure does. But like the thing that's not like communicated by Kakashi-sama's Pakun to like go with Iruka after Naruto is Kakashi's extremely funny fucking like high five of you're now holding a dog.
Yeah.
So good. He's like, hey, Iruka, take out your hand. Bam! Puppy. I'm out. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. I would do that all the time if I could.
Yeah. Pakun's such a good dog for that too, because he shows up and he's just like, "What's up, man?"
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, he goes and catches up with Naruto, who hasn't really gotten anywhere. There is kind of a cute bit of him being like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with you because I know I can't talk you out of this, so we're just gonna go beat up this guy again. But like, it's still not grounded at all in the fact that like Naruto has a history with this guy, and in spite of that being seemingly the obvious angle, it's still like about the Orochimaru shit. Mizuki and the guys like they see Naruto, and like the main thing I want to talk about with this scene is the extremely inconsistent scale between Fujin and Raijin.
Yeah,
because I don't remember which of them is which, but one of them is so little here.
Yeah.
They just didn't get that hammered down. I don't know what's up.
I mean, it's fine. These Tommy boys are not long for this world.
You say that like the entire next like episode and a half isn't going to be about them, and like presumably the first episode of next week.
Yeah, but I've already seen those episodes, and okay. It's only one episode after that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I mean, however many episodes it is. Is it just the one, or? Who cares?
I mean, like the next 3 episodes are all still this arc, but I don't know how long the Tommy Boys last through it.
It's just one more week of Tommy Boys, and then they're gone forever.
Gone forever. They're never coming back.
They're never coming back.
But yeah, they meet up with like fake Shizune and like go through a series of Pakun like finding coats and be like, damn, it was just a coat. The guys aren't here, but their trail goes on just ahead. Until they get like a rock thrown at them. Iruka like throws a knife at like fake Shizune and to reveal that it's Mizuki. And Mizuki's like, damn, how did you know? And Iruka's like, you were being like really bad at your job. You're just like sucking at this. I kept offering like bad ideas for things to do, and you're like, yeah, that sounds good. And I was like, oh wait, Shizune's like a professional, so like, just kind of there's no like real relationship between like Iruka and Shizune to like build on for like Iruka to be able to like discover the secret there. So they just like completely undercut the villain of their arc again.
Yeah, we love it when Mizuki sucks shit.
Yeah. And then Naruto looks on and shock at Mizuki. There's like this like weird like split screen like shot composition where you keep getting these shots of like Naruto's face and then like different parts of like Mizuki's like muscly bod to make sure you understand that Naruto is looking at Mizuki. And he's like, whoa, he's so different now. God, like this reminds me of the thing like the previous episode I forgot to touch on, where like when like Asuma and Kurenai show up at the prison, they like see Mizuki's like and like in my subs this line was like, his character has changed completely, which is like you can't say that, man. You can't just you can't say that one. But they've had enough preamble, so it's time to get into the fights, and the fights are bad, right? Like the full extent of combat between like Iruka and Mizuki in this episode is that they're like both holding a kunai and like pushing against each other's kunai, and like Iruka's getting pushed back because Mizuki is fucking huge.
This isn't how people fight.
No.
Nobody fights like this.
And then Naruto is Naruto is like thrown a little bit off by the fact that his opponents in this battle seem to be like comic relief guys, and he's not sure how to approach it initially. But he tries and he sucks shit at it. It's he does like a bunch of shadow clones, and they just like all run in like holding their fists forward and collide with him, and it does nothing. And he's like, damn, these guys are invincible.
Yeah.
Like, I get that you don't want the Tommy Boys to chump out the Rasengan.
Right. But they could have chumped out like an Uzumaki barrage.
Or like a knife.
Or a knife. Yeah.
Right? But instead, we're just like subjected to this fight where like Naruto does like fuck all, and is like constantly impressed by his foe's ability to like resist fuck all. And it's not a compelling cliffhanger, but the episode does
No.
end, and we
Yep.
can move on to the next one.
Yeah, okay. Episode 144. A new squad. 2 people and a dog? The Tummy Boys just no-sell anything Naruto throws at them, and Iruka begs Mizuki to give up for the sake of their Leaf comrades, but Mizuki doesn't care about Leaf comrades, and likes being mean on purpose. They go off to fight somewhere else, and Naruto follows, but gets interrupted by the Tummy Boys. Mizuki and Iruka have a knife fight in some bamboo. Naruto makes a bunch of clones to act as diversion, but they get poofed by a big AoE ground punch. Iruka is really, really, really trying hard to win Mizuki over with patriotism to the Leaf. Mizuki thinks patriotism to the Leaf is cringe.
God. uh, Sorry, I'm like trying to figure out where to begin here, right? Because like nothing fucking happens in these episodes, but I still feel like in this episode, but I still feel like I have things to say.
Yeah.
But I mean, Iruka is like trying to make an appeal to Mizuki. He's like, yeah, hey, you know about friendship, and like Mizuki's like, I think friendship sucks shit. It is stupid. I bet it sucks for you to be like on a special mission with your son that I hate. Um, it's just and Yuri's like, what the fuck could mean so much to you if not like friendship? And he's like, I'm gonna get power. I'm gonna get like Orochimaru's like secret true power, which is like, I guess it's in keeping with our anime original villains so far to have them have like no idea what Orochimaru's deal is really.
Mm-hmm.
But like to have a guy be like, yeah, I need to go get Orochimaru's like superpowers. Like, there's not like an Orochimaru crystal you can eat that gives you like a super ability, right? Like the thing that Orochimaru.
Wait. Sorry, did Orochimaru not give you a crystal?
No. Was he supposed to? Did you get a crystal?
I got a crystal.
What does it do?
You know what? I'm not sure.
Okay. Like there's not like this fucking special like object that gives you the Orochimaru strength. It's like the thing that Orochimaru has is like like dedication to trying to learn everything on a long scale and like a lack of inhibitions about like what's like unethical to do. Right? Like there's not like even like one like secret Orochimaru super technique, and like I'm assuming probably the shape of this arc is he's going to get like a super technique from like Orochimaru researcher or whatever. But like,
I vaguely remember him turning into a tiger.
right, I also vaguely remember him turning into like a tiger man.
Okay.
Yeah. So like he's probably gonna do that next week. But like even knowing that, right? Like there's not like a when I see a guy going like, oh, I'm gonna get Orochimaru's like true power, I'm like not like, oh, what could he mean like that by that? Because like I know what Orochimaru's deal is, that it's not like reducible in that way.
Yeah, right. Like, at best, you like the thing you could be talking about is like receiving a crisp mark from Orochimaru, and that means you die usually.
Yeah, yeah. But Mizuki and Yurika like run off, like they're like Yurika's like yelling at him to try and like get through to him as Naruto's like kind of like left behind with the Tommy boys for a bit. It's continuing to go bad because Naruto still isn't fucking doing anything, and Naruto's like, okay, I'm gonna leave this fight because it doesn't matter. And he starts to jump away and then gets like punched out of the sky. And like Paku's like, you can't let this slow you down. You've got to like try and get away from them. And Naruto's like, I know that, and then like he forgets about it for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Like he's like he's like trying to create like his big like clone diversion. He's like surrounding them with clones, and like my thought was that like, oh, maybe they're all gonna like run off in different directions because like the comic relief like stupid guys are like going like, oh, are we playing hide and seek when he ran away before earlier? But no, he just like has them stand there until they get exploded, and he's like, oh my god, they're so strong. And that's what Naruto does here. It's I hope that eventually they, in this stretch of Naruto, get a handle on making the protagonist of the show not suck.
Yeah, yeah, I was thinking that too. I was thinking that would be good if they made Naruto not suck.
Right, because he's not like connecting to the situations around him in a way that's like emotionally engaging, in a way that's like feels like it's connected to his history or his relationships to anybody else. He's like really on this like one note. I hear about Orochimaru, I have to like run off in that direction as fast as possible and like repeatedly fuck up in every fight that I'm in. Thing in
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
it's like it's there's
It
just
could
not.
it could be better.
It could be better. It could be better. Like this is definitely like a step down on that from the previous arc.
Absolutely.
Right, like there he was just like occasionally they lean into him like liking ramen like a little bit too much. This is just like there's just nothing I like about the guy in here. There's just nothing that's like
Yeah.
compelling about like Naruto like as a show or character here. Really,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Um,
And like I can see these events and see where like, whoever was in charge of like writing these episodes was like, yeah, okay. And then like, Naruto makes a bunch of clones but they get like knocked out instantly and has to like hide from the tummy boys. But
mhm.
then, somewhere along that production just like, that turned into Naruto makes a bunch of clones that get poofed instantly and then
Mhm.
sits there until the tummy boys find him.
Yeah.
Right? This definitely reads to me like a failure to convey what is intended to be happening in like a satisfying way.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Right,
And
like.
like, like there are lots of things and like, the whole pipeline that could be causing this
Mhm.
this to happen in like in like a production of like an, thing, especially when you don't have like a manga to work off of, and like not everybody is on like the same page of like the events that happen.
Yeah.
You just hate to see it.
I just hate to see it. I just really hate to see it.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Eureka and Mizuki have reached the bamboo zone.
Yep.
They're just lashing at each other. They're doing ambush stabs. They don't have neither of them have like a name jutsu that they're going to use. It's very like.
Like they're fighting like how we see like ninja baby children who don't know how to fight yet fight.
Right, yeah, yeah. And I feel like if they like, if they like really like amped up the presentation on this, there like could be like a way you could sell this as like oh like it's like really pared back to the basics. It's really like subdued, they're like trying to like fucking stealth kill each other or whatever. But it's like it just I don't know, like it just it winds up being kind of unimpressive in the way that like it's executed here. Like it winds up being very.
Yeah, just like a really like unflashy just close up knife fight could be super badass.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it could be. Knife fights are badass.
Right, but they're not like having a knife fight. They're like fucking, like setting up like very like basic ninja tricks to try and stab each other, and then like yelling about how they like or hate friendship, and then doing it again.
Yeah.
Or doing the same with patriotism, right? Like, again, Mizuki doesn't have a lot going on,
Mm-mm.
but I have to say, I wouldn't feel any particular loyalty to the nation that put me in lava prison forever.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to say about this half of the episode?
No, let's move on,
Okay,
please.
okay.
The Tummy Boys spot Naruto, and Naruto has a bunch of clones to run around to make them dizzy and preps a Rasengan while they're off balance. Iruka mopes about how Mizuki was kind of his sweet boy bestie. The Tummy Boys throw Naruto clones at Naruto to interrupt the Rasengan. And Mizuki talks about how he only pretended to be nice so Iruka would be around him more when he was sad, and that he liked seeing Iruka sad. The Tummy Brothers are about to super kill Naruto. They get caught in a shadow possession. Shikamaru, Choji, and Ino are here.
Okay. So Naruto's fight continues to completely fucking suck.
Yeah.
He does the running around in circles to make them dizzy thing, and he finally like busts out the Rasengan, but only after giving them fucking like Naruto body armor. Like these guys already spend like most of the time not moving, right? Like I feel like putting more Narutos into the mix to potentially
Yeah,
get in the
right.
way
Like,
of the Rasengan is like, I mean, it is just the thing that goes wrong here.
right. Like honestly, it would be like a really funny like resolution to this fight if like Naruto was like putting off like doing the Rasengan, right? Because it requires him like taking a step back and like having a moment to build it.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you just realized that they would just let him do that,
Right.
if you
Because,
tried,
yeah.
because they have not attacked him at
Uh-huh.
all. Like they have
Right.
only been reactive.
Right, I mean, like, okay, so, like, the two things they've done in response to Naruto's attacks are, like, they wait for him to, like, walk up to punch them, right? And they fucking, like, punch all his clones back. Or, like, one of the guys, like, picks up the other one and, like, swings him around like a club to, like, smack Naruto shadow clones out of the air. Like, either one of those gives you very easy, like, ways to make contact with a Rasengan, I feel like. If one of the guys, like, swings his bro into a Rasengan, it's gonna, like, work out in your favor, probably.
Right. If like if Naruto if they just let Naruto build the Rasengan and let him run up and let them and let Naruto fucking like get one from the Rasengan, that would be so fucking funny if they just like expected to be able to no sell that one too, but it actually just fucking like knocked one out.
Uh-huh.
And then like there was like a real fight afterwards, but it's okay because it was only the one of them, right? Like
Yeah, or, like, I don't know, like they can't even like make it so like Naruto can't defeat these guys. They make it so he like has to create the circumstances of his own defeat. It's kind of unbelievable to me.
like they could have just made these characters that could be taken a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
Right? Like they didn't have to be the Tommy Boys.
Right. I mean, like, it's like I feel like I don't know how satisfying it would be to like open up these episodes and Naruto's just getting his ass kicked by like some fucking randos who first showed up like 3 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
But like it would at least be like I don't know, like it would at least feel like maybe there was like be like more potential for something if he wasn't being completely no sold constantly by like guys who are literally a joke and like only like start fighting seriously because one of them steps on their rice by accident because they like food and they're big. You get it?
Yeah, get it.
You get it?
Get it? They're the Tommy Boys.
Yeah, it's not particularly funny. You know what is fucking hilarious though? Is fucking Yurika's flashbacks and Mizuki's flashbacks here. Like, okay. So first of all, like I'm sitting down and watching these episodes, and like Yurika's like, "Yeah, Mizuki, you used to be like better at me than everything. You used to be like really impressive and cool. You know, like I really look up to you when we were kids." And he like has a flashback to like the scene from like the episode with the third Hokage's funeral, where he like remembers like it's like a flashback to that we've already seen before, right? Where he's like talking to the third Hokage when he was a kid about like missing his family and the will of fire, right? Which like again. I don't know if you remember that episode, but Mizuki was not in that scene, so I'm like, like just in the like moment to moment process of being with this for the first time, it's like it's very funny for Irika to immediately start remembering like a moment that like by all accounts had nothing to do with the guy he was just talking about, right? But eventually they like pull Mizuki in there. It turns out he was just like watching that the whole time. Then he like runs into Yobi friends with Irika. And they like run off smiling together. I feel like they might wind up creating like this little extra obstacle to themselves in the sense that like that episode, episode 100 and but no, that was not the number at all. What the fuck? Episode 80. Like episode 80 had like a very like distinctive composite, right? Like in a lot of episodes there's like this really like in the flashbacks especially there's like this really like warm like lighting that has like this like different like style of shading to a lot of the rest of the show. And like that episode also has like a completely different like team than this one does. And they're not really able to replicate that like specific style. So like whenever it like switches from like old footage to new footage, everything just looks kind of blown out and like weird. Right? Like fucking Mizuki is like Mizuki is looking like that one fucking Tumblr post that's like a little bit of procurement for my white ass.
Yeah! He does! Oh my god!
Fucking downright vampiric. You know, they run off smiling together, and like Kirika's like, yeah, we used to be friends. Then like Mizuki has his fucking counter flashback where he reveals that the entire time he was like, actually, I loved seeing you sad, it made me happy. And it was like so frustrating to me that everybody around you was like being so considerate and like trying to make you happy and not considering how I felt, which is that I wanted you to be sad because it made me happy that you were sad. Which is like an insane thing for a character to say about themselves.
Literally. This made me love this character.
Even the fucking Hokage was betraying me by trying to make this kid whose parents died feel better. Don't they understand how important this was? All I fucking had this world was fucking being a hater of this other child.
This guy fucking rules now.
It's unbelievable. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah. Fucking Mizuki is the coolest guy in Naruto.
Oh my god. But, you know, back in the present, you know, Mizuki and Erika are fighting more, you know, they're like, they start, like, yelling at each other about how, like, their knife tricks are or aren't working, in ways that, like, you know, are, like, probably supposed to connect to their, like, character and, like, theme stuff, but, like, I'm, like, just kind of checked out, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, Erika's like trying to throw kunai and it keeps like bouncing off bamboo, and like Mizuki's like, haha, if you throw kunai at this place, it's just gonna bounce off, and then eventually like Erika like bounces, there's like a trick shot and it hits Mizuki in the shoulder, and he's like, yeah, you see, if I pay attention to that errant path, eventually it will strike true. And it's like, okay, I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this, because this is like kind of a farce to me, but like you seem very invested. Yeah, Naruto's about to get punched to death, and, you know, the Shikamaru, Choji, and Ino are here, which is, like, given how this arc has been going so far, I'm not particularly hopeful about the quality of this coming fight, because already, like, that trio of characters is, like, I feel like the source material struggles trying to make them seem like they're doing anything sometimes.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm very curious. I'm very curious what we'll get next week, you know? What kind of I don't know. Not hopeful, but like curious. I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to say about this?
No, what are we watching next week?
Next week, we are watching episodes 145, 146, and 147 of Naruto, which will finish up this arc.
Yay!
And then after that, we get to watch a movie.
Yeah!
Which will, at the very least, look better than this.
I would hope.
I remember some like sick cuts from that movie. I remember it being kind of boring, but like who knows? Who knows?
We'll see. Well, hey, if you can't wait for the next episode, you should check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/Konoha Crush, all one word, Konoha Crush. For just $3 a month, you get access to episodes up to a week early, and for $5, you get access to our bonus show, Narukai Uzumaki. We talk about like isekai and isekai adjacent stuff. You know, we cover like a full season of anime in a month. And, you know, come check us out. Right now we're watching Bofuri. So if you want to hear about a girl playing a video game and not wanting to get hurt, so she maxes out her defense. Check out our Patreon. We're gonna be, recording that soon-ish. And while we're on the Patreon, I would like to thank our Jonin tier patrons, Izzy, Maple, the only ninja with a gun, and friend of the show, Rife. Check out the streams at twitch.tv/subspaceskater, all one word, subspace skater. Any images we talk about during the show can be found on our twitter.com/KonohaCrush. We have a Tumblr now too, KonohaCrushcast.tumblr.com. If you're interested in any other stuff we do, we both actually stream on Twitch. I stream over at twitch.tv/GuinevereTeef, GuinevereTeef.
And I stream over at twitch.tv/VerdictVelvet.
Yeah. I stream a lot of like The Legend of Zelda. I'm playing through all of them eventually, but right now I'm going to be finishing up Twilight Princess. Well, I will have finished up Twilight Princess by the time this is out, but and probably moving on to like either like Wind Waker or A Link to the Past or Minish Cap. By that, and also over on my channel on Fridays, we both play Monster Hunter together. That's like a special weekly thing we do.
Not to be outdone by Lily in terms of like taking on a long-term project, I'm playing through every Fire Emblem game on my channel on Wednesday mornings, and then on Thursday I have a stream where I'm just kind of like going through games that are kind of in my backlog that I've been like wanting to like get to for a while, wanting to actually finish, to have them like to have the kind of context for. Like right now I'm playing Chrono Trigger, which is like one of the maybe arguably like the biggest of like the classic SNES RPGs that I haven't played. That's been pretty fun. I don't have any stream Friday other than like the one I do on Lily's channel where we play Monster Hunter, but that's certainly good enough for me. I have a great time doing that every week.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
No? All right. Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. And remember, there's no such thing as filler.